Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rahman bin Rahim. My metric number is 2022458374. I'm from Group 1A and I will be presenting about fertilizer, its function, types, advantage and disadvantages. Now, let's take a look at the first slide. So, what is fertilizer? Fertilizer are substances that are added to soil to enhance the nutritional properties and promote plant growth. There are several types of fertilizer, each with benefits and its uses. For example, generally, fertilizer are used to improve growth and productiveness of the plant. Fertilizer are also used to enhance the natural fertility of the soil or replace chemical elements taken from the soil by previous crops. Now, let's take a look at two types of fertilizer. First, an organic fertilizer, which is a natural fertilizer that are made by natural materials. Second, inorganic fertilizer or chemical fertilizer that are made from synthetic substances such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now let's take a look at organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer is a type of plant nutrition that is made from natural materials such as compost, manure, and plant matter. Unlike synthetic fertilizer or chemical fertilizer, which are made from chemical compound, organic fertilizer relies on natural processes to provide plant with the nutrients they need to grow. The organic matter in these fertilizers slowly break down over time, releasing nutrients into the soil in a way that is beneficial for both plant and the environment. Organic fertilizer are considered sustainable alternative to synthetic fertilizer because they improve soil health, promote long-term soil fertility, and do not contribute to soil or water pollution. Additionally, organic fertilizer can provide plant with important micronutrients, including iron, calcium, magnesium, that are essential for the plant growth and health. The example of naturally occurring organic fertilizer include manure, slurry, worm casting, and peat moss. The example of manufactured organic fertilizer is compost, blood meal, and bone meal. Next, let's take a look at inorganic fertilizer or chemical fertilizer. Chemical fertilizer is a type of fertilizer that contains a mixture of essential plant nutrients including nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in their inorganic form. Unlike organic fertilizer, which are derived from natural material and rely on natural processes to release nutrients, chemical fertilizer are made from synthetic compound and designed to provide plant with quick and immediate access to essential nutrients. The primary goal of chemical fertilizer is to maximize crop yield and improve plant growth. They are often used by farmers and gardeners to supply soil fertility and boost plant performance. The example of inorganic fertilizer are NPK fertilizer, nitrogen fertilizer, which is nitric acid, ammonium nitrate, and urea, phosphorus fertilizer, that is the ammonium phosphate and monoammonium phosphate, potassium fertilizer, which is potassium chloride, potassium sulfate, and potassium thiosulfate. To summarize our topic for today, let's take a look at the advantage and the disadvantages of organic fertilizer and chemical fertilizer. The advantage of using organic fertilizer is organic fertilizer adds a natural nutrients to soil. It also increases soil organic matter, improves soil structure, and improves water holding capacity. Organic fertilizer reduces soil crusting problem. It reduces erosion from wind and water, and also organic fertilizer is slow and consistent in releasing its nutrient. The disadvantage in using organic fertilizer is the fertilizer have a very slow release capability and the distribution of the nutrient in the organic fertilizer is not equal. Now, let's take a look at the chemical fertilizer or inorganic fertilizer. Its advantage of using chemical fertilizer are rich equally in 3 essential nutrients that are needed for crops and plants. They are always ready for immediate supply of nutrients if the situation demands. The disadvantage of using a chemical fertilizer is that several chemical fertilizers have high acid content. This will have the ability to burn the skin of someone using it. So it is very dangerous and need to be used carefully and cautiously. Also, the disadvantages of chemical fertilizer is that it can change soil fertility when using in long term. So that is all from me today. Thank you for listening and Assalamualaikum.